Welcome back to another Reel Chums Movie News.
Look, if you're new to the channel, every week we have a podcast on different movies. We are on break for the holidays, but we will be back in January. However, we're going to keep doing movie news and movie reviews. So be sure to hit like, subscribe, all of the above. That way you never miss anything from us.
Absolutely. So how this works, Marcel pitches the idea to me. I give my commentary. We have a little bit of back and forth banter, and we'll move on.
Yeah. So a couple of things that happened this past week. I don't know if you saw this, and I'm bringing this up because we talked about this like a year and a half ago when it was originally announced. There was a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Ronin adaptation, live action adaptation that was going to go into production.
Yes.
And the Ronin is that one comic book run where they've all died except for the one.
Yes.
Right? So that's been canceled. At Paramount. Yeah.
Well, it came from Paramount, so obviously
right now with all of the stuff happening with the Ellisons
Yes.
and whatnot, so no more. However, they did pitch that they want a new live action Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movies.
How many more?
But
they have an animated Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
So they have the Mayhem.
And
then they did a TV series that was like a 2D TV show. That got canceled earlier this year, but they're still making the sequel that's coming out in 2027.
Correct.
Okay, so that's still, they canceled the show. That was a continuation of the movie, but they are making the sequel.
Okay, well that's good because I mean I loved it.
Yeah,
honestly, that's probably one of my. It was a. I was thinking about that movie the other day. I was like,
it's good. I finally got around to it.
Highly underrated.
But Ronin has been canceled. But they do want a live action, and to quote them, here's what they want. Let me pull it up. Yeah, so multiple sources say that Paramount wants to Sonic-fy the TMNT franchise.
The freak does that mean? Listen,
so Sonic has 3 movies out, 1 show. Okay, they are definitely going to make a 4th.
Yes, they're going to make a 4th.
They're having a lot of success with the Sonic movies. What does Sonic-fy mean?
You tell me, bro. You brought this. I asked the question first, okay? What is this? Like, here's my thing. The '90s Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle is literally one of my. The second one, The Secret of Ooze, is one of my favorite movies of all times. We haven't talked about this yet, but it's one of my. I religiously watched that so many times. I remember watching it for the first time and being just that. It's probably like this. It's the same feeling that you get when you, I'm sure, when you watch Jurassic Park.
Okay.
Of like, this is what is happening.
Right.
That's how I feel about that movie. Even though it's not like, but when you rewatch it, it actually holds up pretty decent.
I have not seen those movies in probably like 15, 18 years.
I can't remember the first one, but the second one near and dear to my heart. So the fact that they're gonna do a live action, like it's, I just don't want them to miss the mark.
And they want a Sonic-fy.
Yeah, Sonic-fy, which I think it just means franchising. They don't want to say Marvel. They don't want to do a cinematic, they're not calling it a cinematic universe.
Yeah, but they're maybe is it a live action hybrid?
I think so. I mean, maybe that's like, the thing's like, so you're thinking that maybe they go with like a semi-CG Turtles? Like they do like motion capture with actors and then they CGify it?
Or are they going to like make the Ninja Turtles very like a live action version of their animation counterparts, right? Because that's what Sonic is. Sonic very much looks like the game and the cartoons and all of that, right? And they just put him in the real world.
Yeah, but I mean, like, I don't know. I think because I hope they don't do that. I think there's a fine line with the Turtles.
Yeah.
Because we have Turtles. Sonic the Hedgehog it's a very iconic, but you could imagine a humanoid turtle.
Sure.
Because you see it, they did it, and it looks okay enough in the '90s flicks, and so you're like, okay, just do that, but better, and you could be fine. Make it so that, because like, it's not like the Batman where you have to have a cow. Like, you have a bigger head. You could like create some like better rigging now, or even just do the head is only animatronic, like is only animated or whatever. And I mean, look, Avatar has pushed the CG, like the scene with the blue hand and the grip. Like, you could there's like we could blend it so it feels very, very real,
Yeah.
but good.
Okay.
So if they go the more cartoony, like gaming route, I think it'll not work. I think the Sonic is a weird miracle for a lot of crazy reasons, and I don't think you can
Sonicify the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
That's something you would hear classic CEO jargon.
Yeah.
Well, all right, guys,
Let's Sonicify this.
everyone like the chief marketing. What does he mean?
What's he? Does it help? Does it bring you more confidence knowing that Neil H. Moritz, he's the producer of the Fast and Furious movies, is being brought on to produce this?
No,
Does that no? There we go.
I mean, I just think that just because you were a good producer for like a franchise about cars and like building bonds doesn't necessarily mean the thing is you have to if you're gonna do justice, you have to have producers and you have to have creatives who can understand the material. Not just bring something to life. You have to have people understand the material. And but I mean, I don't know. I don't remember the box office numbers for that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. They weren't very good. They were like okay,
I never saw them. I'll be honest.
but I think it struggled. But I think it was also like it was we were still coming back into theaters.
No, dude.
No,
The ones with Megan Fox, right?
no, 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 not those were.
Oh, okay.
I'm thinking about the animated.
The animated one, yeah.
Yeah,
That one, it just didn't.
I think they just didn't believe it.
They didn't believe in it, and I think it had got overshadowed by Spider-Verse that year.
You're right. It did have the
Yeah.
Spider-Verse
Which
first.
came out first, and then
Yeah, and then they're like, we're gonna go see Spider-Man
yeah,
because that movie's great.
it's phenomenal. We did an episode on it. Go check it out.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens. Early conversations, and there's a lot of stuff happening at Paramount with the Ellisons, because
Yes.
yeah. Other bit of news: Ryan Coogler was doing a screening of Sinners and was asked what his next movie is, and he confirmed
Black Panther 3.
Yeah.
In fact, I'm like 35 minutes away from finishing Wakanda Forever.
Okay.
I'm rewatching it.
How are you liking Wakanda Forever? Because look, it's a
Did you rewatch it recently?
I have not, and I
You
think
you can't even you feel like you can't touch it.
I can't touch that movie. Like
It is
it is
the
heavy.
first little bit is heavy.
It's super heavy. It's sad. It's a big study on grief, on loss.
Yes.
And I just can't get myself to rewatch it. And not that it's bad.
It's not bad. I do think, in fact, I would almost say it's probably one of the most it is the most emotionally driven Marvel film, but they lose it a little bit in the third act, only because they go to Marvel.
They Marvelize
They
it.
Marvelize it. So I have to say, Tedok, he absolutely brings so much life. I've always hated Neymar. I've never been a fan of Neymar. That when they said that and when they announced him and they played him and rewatching it, just gives my Mexican heart so much joy. I think I am sad a little bit of that they brought him in this story, even though it fits the story, but also because like of where the MCU was at the time, where it is currently, like who knows when they're gonna do anything, and the likelihood of this is not.
Yeah.
And it sucks because they had something really magical there. But also like it's heavy. It's hard to know what they're gonna do, like where they're gonna go. And so, in fact, I was wondering when I was in the middle of like, what are you gonna do with Black Panther 3? Like, what's are they gonna have the son take the mantle? Is Shuri, or are they gonna bring in like? Do they, like there's my whole thing is like I trust Ryan Coogler, trust that they're gonna do a good job. Um, actually, before I get there, I want to know what are your thoughts of this? Like some of this
On Black Panther 3.
Yeah.
I think after the success and hit that was Sinners, I kind of wanted another original film from Ryan Coogler. I think I was ready for like, dude, you nailed it and you've nailed everything. Like, I think I'm ready for you to just kind of like continue on this path of like original
Yeah.
ideas.
Pushing boundaries.
Yeah, and challenging
And
himself,
challenging
right?
himself. Yeah.
Not that he's not challenged by doing Marvel movies, but I think I just wanted him to continue that. I mean, it's exciting. I think. I mean, they've had like 6 years to really think about what are we doing
Yeah.
with
Dude, 6 years. That's freaking crazy.
with well, I mean, 6 years since the passing of Chadwick
Yeah.
Boseman. To really think about like what are we doing with this character.
Yeah.
I think there might be like an age jump.
Yeah, I think so too. I think. I
I
mean,
think after the events of Avengers,
yeah.
they're gonna go into some parallel universe or whatever, come back, and the sun is now grown up.
Sure. Who cares? Like, I honestly, I don't think they don't even need that much exposition. I think they should just drop us in and give us a Black Panther, and we just want to see Black Panther on screen.
But like the child, nah, dude, the Marvel fans will go up in arms if if you don't explain like, wait, this kid was like a baby and now he is.
Who's to say that he has to? It has to be that one.
So you don't want a T'Challa.
I don't know if I do. I don't know. I think here's the thing. Wakanda is it? I can't remember. It's been a while since I've read the comics. I can't remember if it's always passed down by the bloodline.
In the movies, it's established though that like
Yes.
when one dies, they have
they have the ceremony.
The ceremony.
So why not have
either they have a ceremony and he is challenged, and whoever wins
right
takes up the mantle, or it is passed by
kind of like by like
royal
blood or whatever.
Yeah.
So I think there could be an opportunity, like we see it and we are revealed that this Black Panther was, they decided to have a challenge. He won the challenge. He or she won the challenge.
And how
And
do you explain the aging up though?
you don't have it doesn't have to be T'Challa. T'Challa could come in later.
Yeah.
And maybe he then takes the mantle after the fact. As like he gets involved in the story, is revealed that he's the actual son, and it's like, oh no.
Oh yeah, because only only Lupita Nyong'o and Letitia Wright's character know.
Right. So why not?
They have a son.
So why not bring it as a source of tension
Later down the road?
Yeah.
Okay.
Give us a new theory. Give us a new thing.
But no, dude, because then you only have a random Black Panther for like one movie or two.
So.
Nah, dude, that's not how Marvel works. They want to get you down on a contract for a decade.
Yeah, that is. Sorry, I have no. Sorry, do you have another comment on this?
No, go ahead.
Who played Moon Knight?
Oscar Isaac.
Oscar Isaac. He says he's done.
He's done with Disney.
With Disney, here, like he's like, dude, this is a joke.
Yeah,
I thought that move that tidbit, I feel like plays in this whole fact that like if you I mean, when are they slating it?
They haven't said. I'm assuming it'll go into production at the end of 2026.
That's ambitious, dude.
Because he says that they're actively writing it.
Oh, I could see that. Actively writing it, but will we have both Avengers movie out by then?
Yeah, no. I mean, it'll go into production at the end of this year. It won't finish production until
early
mid 2027.
Yeah,
and then we won't get it until 28.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's a long time.
Well, it's a long time. Plus, who's to say that they're finished writing the 2 Avenger movies?
Yeah, that's true.
So to me, I'm just like, I mean, at this point, who's to say T'Challa's son is even involved in the MCU at this point?
Yeah, I mean, by the time we get another
Black Panther,
T'Challa in the MCU timeline, he'll be like 14.
Yeah, yeah. So I don't know. I'm just to me, this is good news though. I think we need a Black Panther.
We do need a Black Panther.
They're so good. In fact, I was just reminded, like, we were robbed. Like, rest in peace, man. Chadwick Boseman just absolutely slayed it.
I still believe that they were going to build the Avengers around him.
100%.
I 100% am convinced of that.
Yes, and it got in disarray.
Yeah,
and they just couldn't. And they're gonna try to. They're bringing Robert Downey Jr. back, Doctor Doom, and it's just nah.
We love you, Black Panther.
Yeah.
Warner Brothers is up for sale. Okay.
Again.
They're the main people that have shown interest is Netflix.
Yeah. Well, there was somebody else that was gonna buy it.
No, they just put it up for sale like
Okay,
a
okay.
month ago. Yeah, so they're taking in bids right now. Netflix has shown interest. The Ellisons over at Paramount have now shown interest. Netflix. This is what's interesting. Netflix have talked to Warner Brothers and have said that they will release all of Warner Brothers movies
Theatrically.
Yeah.
So here's my thing.
If they get to buy them, yeah.
So here's the thing. Actually, do you think this would be a great move for Netflix?
No. So here's the thing. Well, here sources tell Deadline. This is reported by Deadline. That it makes sense that Netflix would be required to meet filmmaker contractual obligations for movies absorbed from a potential merger. However, what happens thereafter following a Netflix purchase of Warner Brothers remains unknown. So yes, like there's movies in production,
yeah,
that are contractually obligated to be released in theaters.
Correct.
But then after those movies are released, is there any
basis to do theatrical?
Yeah, or any red lines in the contract to say everything that's produced from the Warner Brothers logo has to be theaters?
And you feel that they wouldn't do that?
No, they wouldn't. Look, Ted Sarandos, the CEO of Netflix, has doubled down, tripled down at every like company meeting, board meeting, says like they are not in the business to be in theaters. Like he says this like every few weeks. That is not Netflix's model, and he repeats it over and over and over again that that's not their business model. They are not putting movies in theaters. Okay, and so like I don't think they're going to.
Okay, but if they acquired, but if they acquired the company, one, it saves them money because they now have the rights to all the Warner Brothers media. They don't have to,
and they're interested,
and they can license it out to other people to get some extra moolah in.
Right, and they've shown interest because the Warner Brothers Discoveries has said, look, we can sell you the TV portion or the filming distribution of it all, right? Netflix
but not both.
No, either or. Netflix says we're interested in both.
Okay. See, here's my thing. Ted says he's not in the business. However, you have an entity of Warner Brothers that you've acquired. Why would you not appoint somebody who is in the business of wanting to put movies in theaters and maximizing both venues? You get someone like Ryan Johnson. You get Knives Out. You make that a Warner Brother Netflix partnership. You release it in theaters more.
Okay.
You get better reaction. You might even get better, like a potential more Oscar bids because you get the more theater experience of like people's fan and love, and then you do what you did when Warner Brothers or HBO Max first came out, and you put them out 2 weeks later at the same time, and you let it run on theaters and at home.
No, I'll tell you why. Because your example of Ryan Johnson, point proven. Like Wake Up Dead Man comes out
into a week.
In theaters this week with a limited release, and then it's on Netflix next weekend.
Yeah.
Okay. Even a Ryan Johnson his movies don't get the full theater release treatment.
But it's because right now they're not in the business of doing
Yeah, but like I think what Netflix wants is to get 100 years worth of movies, and it is all now on Netflix. We just tripled our library in the platform,
and then we get rid of HBO Max,
and like we just push everyone to stream. All of our movies go to streaming, and we are just driving streaming numbers up.
There's gotta be a break point when it comes to the movie theater streaming portion, because like here's my thing is like, I mean, we've got YouTubers at this point betting on theaters. There are a crew of YouTube creators. I can't remember what I think I don't know if Deadline had it or Variety had it.
Okay.
But there's this set of creators that they did like a creator thing, and they shot a movie, and they're doing a theater run with it, and in early days, in some of the early box, they're like selling out.
Okay.
And so like there's this idea that like, okay, this movement of like, listen, theaters, studios are not doing it justice, and we want to bring back what it means to make movies in the sense of like a new age or way of,
Yeah, yeah.
and we want to prove that when we as creators online have connections, that it doesn't matter. We're going to go and fill out seats,
Sure.
right? And I think what I'm trying to get at here is like how is it that streamers, like the idea is like, you could watch anything when you're at home, but we love the feel of cinema,
Yeah.
right? And so like, I mean, do we have it? Do you feel like anyone is doing it? Like no one's doing it good.
Doing streaming good?
Doing movies with a streaming platform. Disney, you could maybe argue Disney might be the best because they're doing most of their movies in theaters and then they go to streaming. But I would argue that they actually like, if they don't think it's going to shop, they just semi bury it under a non public release on streaming,
Mhm.
and you can have a winner chicken dinner, but they didn't care,
Yeah.
and it gets buried. And then Netflix is on the other side where it's like they were trying to do things like Frankenstein, but then to do limited releases, basically burning great experiences for people to experience it on the big screen in view of streaming
Yeah,
numbers.
yeah. I don't know. I think what's his face? James Cameron did an interview this week, yesterday, Monday,
Yeah.
talking about how it would be the worst decision if Netflix got a hold of Warner Brothers, right?
I think I
Uh,
actually just see this. Yeah.
he's complete like he's
He
all about like, they shouldn't,
own.
all of that. One, two, they also shouldn't be allowed to be in the Oscars, um, if they don't do a full committed theatrical release of 2,000 theaters and
Yeah.
movies out for a month minimum, right? Where Netflix is just, I think the technical Oscar rules is as long as the movie has a theatrical release of like 5 days, it qualifies for the Oscars.
See, and I think, yeah, see, I think that,
So I agree. I think it would be a bad idea if Netflix gets a hold of this. I also think it's a bad idea if Paramount gets it because the Ellison are just
well,
sucking up to Trump right now. And so
yeah,
like
yeah.
I'm not a fan of what they're doing, but
I mean, but who's it left to?
right. So like if Paramount gets Warner Brothers, that means there are only 4 legacy studios. So there's 5, and then if Warner Brothers gets taken by Paramount, then you're left with 4.
See, and I think I listen, but if it's between the Paramount and Netflix, who
Paramount.
is a better option?
Me, just because of the theatrical commitment.
Because at least they will.
They will still release movies in theaters. I don't think Netflix
This
will.
this feels like, why isn't the FCC involved?
Well, that's why the Ellisons are sucking up to Trump on everything. So that way
They don't get FCC involvement,
they approve everything, right?
right? But
Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing is like I'm like, well, I know why. It's
Yeah.
because the FCC is a political appointment, and it basically will swing wherever the freaking cash things, which is why we've, for the last, 15 years, we've had acquisitions after acquisition after mergers after acquisitions after mergers after selling.
Yep.
And it has almost essentially is burning it. I mean, burning the movie industry.
Yeah.
I think that's really like, you could argue it's all streaming's fault, but like, is it the streaming's fault?
I mean, I think I think they're competing with tech companies. Yeah. Look,
Yeah,
YouTube is the most watched
on
system, like streamer out there. Like
yeah,
they have to compete with them.
right. But I think there's this level like, and maybe I'm just an optimistic dude, that I'm like, there's got to be like, you look at the number, like Wicked had a second part, and it shouldn't have had. It should have had one freaking film.
Tell us how you feel, Danny.
It should have been one freaking film, and it should have been like 2.5 hours or even 3 hours, if they want to add a little extra, like whatever, and some movie stuff or whatever, and we just absolutely just committed to it. But it got it broken into 2 parts, and people were freaking still flocking to it. Absolutely, every time I looked at a showing, if it had good seats, it was maxed out.
Yeah, we were trying to go to
If it was theaters, it was theater seats. It was you essentially if you didn't get in early, you were sitting at the bottom.
Yes. But now we're jumping into another conversation about IP versus original
Well,
content,
and this is
right?
and that's
And this is
ultimately
already established IP, so yeah.
But I mean, like that's all HBO Max. I mean, Max, you have you would Netflix would be acquiring DC, and if like to me, I'm like you're oh, yes, you maybe want to, but if you could double down and help get TV shows put direct to streaming, and then you just really put some big money into some of the big IPs that the Warner Brothers have, and you put those into theaters, you like it's a big win for Netflix or Paramount.
Yes,
but
Netflix won't do it. You
Yeah.
look at the 6 hits that Warner Brothers had this year. One Battle After Another, Sinners, Superman, what was the other one where the kids ran away? Weapons.
That was Warner Brothers?
Yep.
Yeah.
F1.
I forgot F1 was
Like all of that
came from Warner Brothers.
had Netflix gone a hold of that, we would have not seen that in theaters. None of those.
Yeah. Why isn't Apple stepping in?
Because they're still lukewarm about
TV, movies.
about movies.
What if Apple? Man, that would be. Here's the thing: Apple is they put money in and put they better on F1. I think it's done a good job. I think that like they want to make better. Some of the best television I watched in the last little bit has been coming from Apple. You bring in Warner Brothers as an IP studio or a studio.
That's a big commitment.
That's a big commitment for Apple.
Financial commitment for a tech company.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where most of their sales come from hardware. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
Listen. Oh man, what? Look, we need to get some like FCC nerd, some government nerd who can give us some hardcore breakdown of like.
If you're an FCC nerd, reach out to us. We'd love to chat with you on all of that's going on.
If you're watching, let us know. Do you think where should Warner Bros. Go? What should happen? Because I don't think any of them are good.
None of them are good. But this is the world we live in. So comment below. Let us know your thoughts on all of these news. And if there's something you want us to talk about next week, tag us, let us know, and we'll discuss it.
Later.